The Doctor Who exhibition has been at Longleat for 24 years now. It was introduced by the late Lord Bath, and I guess at the time Doctor Who was a very hip programme. It was sort of probably the biggest programme BBC ever did. Even though the programme has gone off the air, the interest in the programme hasn't really waned. There's a lot of fans out there, in quite large numbers. In the exhibition, we've got, I think it's 3 Cybermen in a sort of mock-up battle scene. We thought it'd be a great idea to buy a Cyberman costume. So we had one made, it arrived, and I thought it would be quite easy to get someone to put it on. And it proved quite difficult. And it turned out the only person at Longleat it seemed to fit was me. So we keep all our uniforms and costumes. Here we have the Cyberman. Oh, here he is. I had to bend his mouth this morning. His mouth fell off, so that's why the sellotapes there. So that's the main helmet, obviously. I've got the gloves, which are obviously cricket gloves, painted silver. We have a gun, which is in fact a hose pipe attachment, sprayed silver. And the main costume, it's like a boiler suit, sprayed silver.
And so it's Tim himself who dons the costume and steps into the grounds as Cyberman.
It's the easiest job out, really. All you have to do is walk around. You sort of get into the character. You've got to get into your mind, I'm a monster and I'm scary. You've got to be very careful that you don't make too many kids cry. Because the other thing, you get kicked. I got kicked quite a lot. Gangs of lads, they think it's great fun to take pot shots. It's this monster wandering around in their midst, prodding me, poking me, squeezing my arms and banging me on the head.
Fun though it is, Tim's a busy man and doesn't have much spare time to do this sort of thing. He needs someone to take over as soon as possible.
They've got to be fairly outgoing and prepared to do something a bit different. The critical thing is that they're between the height of 5'11" and 6'1", a very slim build, and that's why I seem to fit this thing.
Tim has advertised for suitably tall people, but he's not having much luck.
Oh, right, there's no one for me then, because Mark Ashton said he saw some tall people in reception. Didn't want me then. But I'm determined to get one. If I have to go around knocking on people's doors, I'll get one. I've got another costume now as well. It's not only the Cyberman costume, I've also got the Master, who was one of the characters from Doctor Who. But I've not told them about that yet, because that's even harder. I've not tried it on properly. There's all the clothes that go with it. It's got this sort of funny helmet.
Cyberman's one thing, but getting someone to wear this little number could be harder than Tim bargains for.
We haven't tried this one yet, but it feels a bit weird. Can't get it off.
Join us tomorrow to see if Tim can find a new recruit for Doctor Who. That's if he manages to extract himself first.
Perhaps, look. Oh.
Over at the house, they're searching for someone to play the role of Cyberman, a costume character who wanders around near the Doctor Who exhibition. It sounds an easy job, but there hasn't been a lot of interest, and attractions manager Tim Bentley has had to don the costume himself.
I kind of stand there and I kind of freeze, and in the darkness of the Doctor Who exhibition, where there are monsters anyway, people that walk in think that I'm a dummy. A lot of people might think that anyway. So I stand there perfectly still, and people walk up to me and they look at me, they're not quite sure what to make of me. All you have to do is wander around in a monster kind of fashion. You don't have to speak. But they all seem quite keen to start with, and then at the last minute they panic. Hello?
Tim's pinning his hopes on someone who said he'll give the job a try.
Oh dear, I was relying on you for this weekend. Oh, as I say, I mean, do you want to reconsider it? Okay, thanks, bye. Well, after all that, he doesn't want to do it. You know, he said it's not for him. He doesn't think being a Cyberman is for him. But we weren't expecting him to do it for the rest of his life. It was only an odd weekend, you know, during the summer.
It's back in the costume for Tim. But a few days later, a new job applicant comes forward. He's James Bosher.
What I'm looking for is someone to be a Cyberman. It's merely a case of putting the costume on. You don't have to act, but there is a certain amount of acting to it, if you see what I mean. We don't have to speak, and no one can see your face, which is an advantage. That's the helmet there that goes with it. I mean, would you like to try that on a minute? It is quite claustrophobic. It's quite tight. There's also a back plate which fits on. I haven't got it with me at the moment. Okay, how does that feel?
It's a bit loose.
Oh, yeah, it will be, because there's a back plate to go on it as well. Yeah. Oh, it suits you.
So far, so good. But Tim's got another Doctor Who costume to spring on the unsuspecting applicant. The Master.
Where's your helmet?
Just there.
Oh yeah, get the feel of it now. Yeah, very impressive. Yeah, very good. Do you think it makes it recognise you?
Yeah, probably.
So, is this the job for James?
I think it went quite well. Yeah. I hope I get the job. I think it'd suit me.
He seemed to be interested in doing the work, didn't he? Which I was quite pleased about. I was seeing somebody else later, who in fact is only 16. I'll see what he's like, but I'm inclined to give this young man a chance. Hopefully this weekend.
Job sorted? Or is it?
Hello? Oh no, what is that?
James has suddenly got cold feet. It's the last thing Tim needs with the tourist season in full swing.
Oh, all you have to do is walk around. You don't have to speak, and I know all your school friends, they won't know who it is.
Will Tim ever find his Cyberman? We'll find out tomorrow. Throughout the tourist season, Longleat have been desperate to find someone to play the part of Cyberman, a costume character in the Doctor Who exhibition. Attractions manager Tim Bentley's had to walk around in the outfit himself because he can't find anyone who'll stay in the job.
Since we last spoke, I've had a Cyberman who was very good. He was a professional actor in Bristol Old Vic. In fact, he was too good because he's been offered work on Channel 4, so he's now left us. I saw another one this week who I'd got high hopes for, but he hasn't phoned me back. He's about to go in the army, and I thought the fact that he'd got a toy gun and a uniform would have sort of impressed him, but as it's turned out, he hasn't phoned back. His mum was very keen that he did it, but his mum came with him to the interview.
But now, new hope has emerged in the shape of 17-year-old Bharat Amin. He's the right height and weight, but can he really convince the public he's a warrior from the planet Mondas?
This is the only good bit, isn't it? Okay, right.
I'll lift it up.
Yeah, okay.
There you go, all set.
Bharat throws himself into the part with gusto. And it's clear some of the younger visitors believe he's a real-life alien. Tim Bentley's absolutely delighted.
He is very good. He's got a unique way of doing it. I've not seen anyone else walk quite like him. Yeah, he's excellent. I'm very pleased with him.
But the job does have its hazards.
Without being too critical of our continental friends, the French seem to be quite nervous of them. They tend to pull the pipes out and hit them on the head and kick them and punch them and do rather nasty things like that.
Bharat, it seems, can more than hold his own. But this isn't exactly the career he had in mind.
I didn't apply for the job as Cyberman, I just applied for a job. It was just bad luck that I got Cyberman, really.
But he has taken to the role like a duck to water. So will Longleat be able to call on him in the future?
I doubt it, because I'm going back to school soon. And I don't think they'll see me again, probably.
At least Tim finally got his man. Until next year, when his search for a Cyberman will have to start all over again.
Continuing the wildlife